faculty in physics, GFGC, Kudankunagar. Myself, today I am going to explain about the experiment determination of the rigidity modulus using the static torsion method. Here, static torsion method is going to be used. Firstly, we have to know about the rigidity modulus. Actually, the rigidity modulus is the ratio of the tangential stress to the shearing strain, where it is denoted by N, that is tangential stress to the shearing strain. The tangential stress is what? Force per unit area, and the shearing strain is denoted by theta, where theta represents the angle of shear. Where theta is the angle of shear. Next, coming to the experiment, here we are going to find out the rigidity modulus of this rod. For this rod, the one end is attached here and the other end is attached to the wheel. The wheel is provided with a ground edge which passes a tape. The tape carries a weight hanger. Here is the weight hanger. Okay. Next, the end will be twisted, like the rod will be twisted. When we apply a load to this string, what happens means the rod will get twisted, and that twisted angle of twist represents the rigidity modulus of this rod. Here there are two readings will be fixed, that is S1 and S2. When we apply a load, the rod will be twisted to some angle, and that angle will be measured using these scales. Firstly, what I am going to do is, firstly we should have to take the needle to the 0 point. Both the needles should show the 0 readings. After this, I am adding the weight. After adding this, what happens here means the needle will show some readings. That is, S1 is showing some 3 degree, and this S2 will be showing some 4 degree. That is, S1 reading will be written here, load increasing 5, and this will be 3. Okay. For this, every 500 grams weight, we have to take down the readings. By adding every 500 grams, we are going to take down the readings. Again, we have to take down the readings for every 500 grams of weight, like this. Next, after this, we have to take down the load decreasing value also. For this, load increasing and load decreasing, which will be reading on S1 and reading on S2. Okay. Next, after this, we are going to calculate the theta. That is, around we have take down the mean difference between this load increasing and load decreasing, and theta 1 will be the S1 mean reading, and S2 reading will be load increasing and load decreasing, and theta 2. And taking out the difference between this, we get the theta value. After this, next we are going to plot a graph which is load versus theta. Okay, here in the x-axis we are going to take down the readings of load, and in y-axis the readings of theta will be plotted, and a straight line graph will be obtained for the. Next, the observation part will be taken down. Distance between S1 and S2, that is here S1 and this is S2. The distance between this will be calculated using the measuring scale and is written in terms of centimeter. And the circumference of the disc is this. The wheel disc with the circumference of the disc, and the radius also taken by using C is equal to 2 pi r. By substituting the r, C divided by 2 pi will get, and the radius of the disc will be found out, and the radius of the rod is used using the screw gauge, and the radius of the rod will be taken down using this screw gauge and tabulated. These are all some of the observations what we get noted here. Next is the formula obtained to be N is equal to 360 GRL divided by pi square a to the power of 4 into m by theta. Here 360 into G is acceleration due to gravity. We know that is 9.8 into R is the radius of the disk and L is the distance between L1 and L2. What we have? Distance between S1 and S2, that is the L, we have tabulated already, and divided by pi square, that is 3.14 whole square into A to the power of 4 is nothing but a radius of the rod. Okay, next is m by theta is actually the 1 by slope. What we get the slope here will be reciprocal of that, it will be 1 by slope, and it is measured in terms of Newton per meter square. This is what about the static torsion using the rigidity model, finding the rigidity modulus using the static torsion method. Thank you.